Have you ever wondered why Israel and Iran are such bitter enemies today? Most people think it's because of religion, Jews versus Muslims. It's an unavoidable conflict in the Middle East. But what if I told you these two countries were once close allies? Let's go back to 1948. That was the year Israel was founded. Surrounded by hostile Arab nations, Syria, Jordan, Iraq, the country faced immediate threats. Israel's leaders quickly realized something. They couldn't survive alone, so they adopted a strategy. The core Arab countries rejected them. They would build alliances with known powers nearby. That's where Iran came in. At the time, Iran was ruled by the Shah, who followed a pro-Western policy and was also wary of rising Arab nationalism. So Israel and Iran found common ground. They cooperated in trade. Iran supplied oil, while Israel provided technology and agriculture, but the partnership went deeper. Israel's intelligence agency helped train Iran's secret police for decades. The two countries became each other's most trusted strategic partners in the region. This honeymoon period lasted nearly 30 years, until 1979. The Islamic Revolution changed everything. The Shah was overthrown. Ayatollah Khomeini returned to Iran and established a completely new regime. From that moment on, Iran's worldview shifted dramatically. The United States became the Great Satan, and Israel became the Little Satan. Why? Because the new government needed legitimacy, a unifying cause, and a clear enemy. Anti-Western and anti-Israel sentiment became powerful tools. Iran cut all ties with Israel. The Israeli embassy in Tehran was handed over to Palestinian representatives from allies. They became enemies overnight. But this conflict is not just about land. Unlike Arab countries and Israel, which have fought over territory and sometimes reached agreements, Iran and Israel are competing for something bigger: influence in the Middle East. Iran, with its long Persian history, sees itself not just as a nation, but as a leader of a broader ideological movement. It began supporting groups across the region in Lebanon, Yemen, and beyond, forming what many call a network of influence. From Israel's perspective, this looks like encirclement. Add to that Iran's missile development, capable of reaching across Israel, and concerns over nuclear capabilities, and the tension becomes even more intense over the years. This rivalry has turned into a shadow conflict. Covert operations, cyber attacks, and indirect confrontations. And today, as regional alliances shift, both sides feel increasing pressure. When nations believe the future may become more dangerous, their actions tend to grow more aggressive. So what began as a partnership has turned into one of the most complex rivalries in the world. And as long as both sides continue to compete for influence, conflict is unlikely to truly fade.